Great. We want to thank him for showing us all those styles.
You know what they call him, right? Edward Scissorhands.
Right, he just goes to town.
Cuts, yeah, and he doesn't even look, but it just flows and works.
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll put all the information on our website?
At myfoxny.com, click on the Good Day tab.
Wow. All right. Great.
All right. Obviously,
what happened here? I wanted the Barbie set. I wound up with a stuffed Gund.
Yeah, I mean,
bear.
sometimes you don't always get what you want, but I remember one year, one of my best years was like first grade. I got some Gap turtlenecks in like lime green and like a crystal necklace. It was all very cool. You would hang your crystal necklace out of your turtleneck, and you were cool.
Yeah, where was that you were cool with that lime
in
green?
Brooklyn.
Okay, and what year was that?
I don't know. I don't know what that was in. It was in the 80s sometime.
Yeah.
It was back when I was wearing like my neon biking shorts and my tube socks.
Wow, that's an image. That's an image. Just shut your eyes and keep that in
I was into fashion when I was young. I don't want to brag.
In fashion in what country? It's going to be with us from 7 to 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Set your TiVos.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So what are the plans? What are the plans? You going to get together with Dad?
Tomorrow I am. Tonight I'm missing out because they're going up to the Hudson Valley for my stepmom's family, and it's late, and you know, we wake up early.
Right, so it's just kind of a quiet...
Tonight's quiet, and then tomorrow we're actually going to go out for the first time for Christmas
You're going to go out in
meal.
Brooklyn?
Next week. Yeah, I think so. We've already decided.
That's good. Well, hopefully that lime green turtleneck will be back in stock this year.
I hope so.
Hold on.
It is kind of
let's
bad.
just go through this.
Yeah.
You have no Christmas tree.
Correct.
Because you guys just didn't get on the wagon. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. You have no reservations for your holiday meal. You're just you're going to window shop and find the place with the greatest decorations and just walk in.
Yes.
Okay, good. And you're giving out gifts next week.
Yes, which is really good because
you get everything 50% off.
Yeah, I once got my dad a pair of $100 pajamas, which I would never pay $100 for.
Right.
$10. J. Crew.
That's pretty good.
That's right. He still wears them today.
That's good. And that was 25 years ago.
Now, what about you?
And I think, you know, at night and early tomorrow morning when there is not a peep on the streets, to take a moment and to reflect on that.
Right, because it's not about the presents.
It's not.
It's not.
It's about, you know, being thankful for what you have and hopeful for the year ahead. And I love to take that time. I think it doesn't matter what religion you are, to stop for a moment and to think and to celebrate these holidays in your heart.
Right. The core of what it's about is a good message for everyone.
Yep.
All right, it should be, you know, like one time I got a salad, it had red onion on it. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. It had like egg. I was like, oh, I was just mortified.
Can you imagine? First you sit on the plane, and you're like, wow, hot dog sitting next to me, and then you're like, oh my God, she's wild.
And then you fall asleep, and like you know, you ever do that too? You nod off on the, and then I wake up after. I'm sorry. It's just an apology tour.
How about when you start to drool? How about when you start to drool and you're like, oh man.
It happens. You hope it doesn't.
Right. Or when you're on a plane and all of a sudden you actually feel the shoulder next to you, and you're like, whoa, not cool. Look, married.
I felt shoulder or leg. I felt leg, bit of thigh.
What about when you go on with that salad with onion and egg whites, right? And then
and you wake up from your nap.
No. And then you're like, wow, this smells like gas. And then you're like, I got to get rid of it. But then the flight attendant ignores you. And then you start to have anxiety because you cannot get rid of this food.
I know. It's horrible. And then you're like, it's not me. That's not my stinky thing under the seat.
Right. I brought Chanel. Nothing more than Chanel No. 5. All right, Rob is here.
Hello.
How are you? Merry Christmas tomorrow.
Mr. Christmas. I love Christmas.
Yeah, we forget that. Everyone's got their flaws.
We have our methods back in the day.
So the Queen does a speech every Christmas day at about 1 Perry
phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Totally agree
so,
with
but
you.
Christmas songs all day, lots of food and lots of drinks. A good day.
Good deal. So let's talk about some of the bigger entertainment stories. First of all, let's talk about the latest entertainment.
Of course, Bethany Frankel
has don't do it because you break up, you're unemployed.
Yeah, I mean, basically he's worked for Bethany.
Here's what's going to get interesting. there is a lot of money at stake.
A lot
of money she didn't have when they first started.
And there's been speculation about how much she knows what she made. We will find out what
fodder for that talk show as it drags on.
Yeah, and I think it makes it even more human. What Bethany has been
current news, some sad news this year. Whitney Houston passed away.
The
do your spouses know about this?
They do. We're going on a date to Barry Manilow.
The most romantic night of the year. Barry is coming to Broadway. He's going to be here for 3 weeks.
Brooklyn Boy comes home.
Exactly.
Bob, have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry
holidays. I'll be watching you tomorrow.
All right, and let's hope for some good gossip in 2013. Yes. All right, stick around, everyone. What? We have Il Volo fishes, and it's an Italian-American tradition celebrated on Christmas Eve, and it usually consists of
7 fishes.
Thank you very much, Adam. This is why we're a good team. This morning,
we're joined by
tuna, yellowtail, and salmon. It's pounded out carpaccio style.
Good Day New York at myfoxny.com. Brought to you by Verizon.
under the weather.
I am, but your positivity is infectious.
Right, you know.
It will beat my infection.
That's the key. That's the key. We were talking about it. We'd love to hear from you on the web. When you get sick, if you think you're not going to get sick, will you not get sick?
Yes, and sometimes I think when you finally let your guard down and you get done, you know, if you have to work, if you have to go on a trip, you know, you say, I can't get sick now. And then once you finally allow your body to get sick, that's when it hits you. And I'm saying Dave has an amazing immune system because everyone here is sick. And he has not been. And I think it's because he does not want to bring the sickness home to your newborn son.
I don't.
So you just won't allow words. As what it irks me lately is that people talk in text talk, but like they'll say
LOL?
LMK. It's like, it's just as quick to say, let me know.
Right.
Or TTYL.
What is it?
Talk to you later.
Oh, right.
But, you know, it's not like you're saving a syllable.
Yeah, I see. People are starting to, if you're going to get on that turnpike right now, and we wish that police officer the very best. Let's go and say hello to Bo Dietl, who is here, former New York City police detective, like you don't know that. Bo's always got something to say. You know, we begin on a sad note this morning, Bo. Someone you and I have both interacted with, General's General, a motivating leader and a hero from the first Gulf War.
You know, I first met him.
He's been a great example, both as a general and after he got out of the military. He was not one to second guess what of a quiet leader after he took off the uniform.
A class act, that's what.
You want to talk about the gun permit owners or gun owners, and then the publication of journalists' addresses as well?
Out there where you could burglarize a house and possibly get your hands on those weapons. I think it should be weighed out. And in reality, look, they published the names of people who have gun permits up in upstate New York where people know, all right, there's a gun.
Well, you have a happy, healthy New Year. We'll see you back here when the calendar turns.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, buddy. Stick around, everyone. We're going to be right back. What?
Oh, Audrey. Well, are you tired of wondering when your train will come? Well, now, wonder no more, because today the MTA is releasing a new smartphone app. Thanks, Steve. So here's my question about it, is don't you need the internet to have driving? And it's cold outside, and it's 3 days away, and you haven't made plans yet.
Wow, there's a pick-me-up intro. You got no money, you got no plans, the weather's awful.
Don't worry, you can still have fun.
Have a great New Year. All right, but you know what? You can have a great time at home. I mean, that's the key. Yes. And there's nothing like being...
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm very good. How are you guys doing?
Good, thanks. So you've got 3 looks for us this morning, starting off with...
The red all around the lip of Medics.
Okay, great.
Take a look. And I'm going to pop him. Close your eyes. Right.
Look, I think this is my kind of go-to. It's my comfort zone.
Okay.
I think a lot of women are most comfortable playing up the eyes.
Yeah.
And that's heavier makeup on top?
Not necessarily heavy. You have to choose. You have to choose where you want to push the makeup. You know, I like to go a little common misconception. I think a lot of women think, oh, I'm going to do a smoky eye, so they go darker and they just put a lot of dark. But it's the balance of dark and light.
Right.
I think that.
More so than.
Oh, well, thank you.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. And that goes on really easily,
it's
too.
Like, it's very festive.
It is. It's more sparkly.
Is that Chanel?
It's a
Y'all want to be Shazam on New Year's
That's
Eve.
exactly right. Yowza. I mean, and I mean that respectfully. You look lovely.
Right.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Vincent.
Thank you. Thank you.
And happy New Year to all.
Yes, Happy New Year.
All right. Coming up, everyone, we're going to end the show with a bang. Listen to these drummers. Stay tuned. We're going to show you some remarkable music and some great showmanship. Stay tuned.
What
Okay.
set? Okay.
First, relax your arm.
Okay.
Yeah, and your shoulder.
Okay.
And so you can hold like this. I love it. Yeah. One by one. This one. Yeah, and that one. Yeah. One by one. Yeah. Yeah, good. And you can try like this.
I don't know about that.
First, this one. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, how about it? Yeah.
Very good.
All right.
Now you're
You
gonna-
want to try, Dave?
Yeah, yeah. absolutely.
Get in there. You don't have the ponytail, but
Well, I will.
you will.
All right, so, folks.
Odorless. It should be, you know, no. Like one time I got a salad. It had red onion on it. I was like, oh, I'm so
your
sorry.
seats.
It had like egg. I was like, oh, I was just mortified.
Can you imagine? First you sit on the plane, you're like, wow, hot girl sitting next to me, and then you're like, oh my God, she's wild.
And then you fall asleep and like you ever do that too? You nod off on the, and then I wake up after. I'm sorry. It's just an apology tour.
How about when you start to drool? How about when you start to drool and you're like, oh man.
It happens. You hope it doesn't.
Right, or when you're on a plane and all of a sudden you actually feel the shoulder next to you, and you're like, whoa, not cool. Look, married. All right?
I felt shoulder or leg. I felt leg, a bit of thigh.
What about when you go on with that salad with onion and egg whites, right? And then
And you wake up from your nap.
no. And then you're like, wow, this smells like gas. And then you're like, I got to get rid of it. But then the flight attendant ignores you. And then you start to have anxiety because you cannot get rid of this food fast.
I know. It's horrible. And then you're like, it's not me. That's not my stinker thing under the seat.
Right. I brought Chanel. Nothing more than Chanel number 5. All right, Rob is here.
Hello.
How are you? Merry Christmas.
We forget that voice.
Everyone's got their flaws.
We all have our methods back in the day.
So the
Right.
Queen does a speech every Christmas day at about 1
The
Perry
album is
Como.
phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Totally agree
So
with
the
you.
Christmas songs all day, lots of food and lots of drinks. A good day.
Good deal. So let's talk about some of the bigger entertainment stories.
Wow.
First of all, let's talk about the latest entertainment.
Of course, Bethany Frankel has broken
Problems. Don't do it. Because you break up, you're unemployed.
Yeah, I mean,
and
basically, he's worked for Bethany.
Here's what's going to get interesting. There
Bring
is
it
a
up.
lot of money at stake.
A lot of
money she didn't have when they first started.
And there's been speculation about how much she knows what she made. We will find out what she made.
When they become 33. Like, what is that about?
It's happened 3 times. Yeah, that's right.
And Katie just hopping around town.
Yeah, she takes the train. There was a picture of her sleeping on the train the other day.
I live in the same neighborhood as Katie Holmes, and I've seen her in the Whole Foods and
Rosanna and I, because we're going on a date.
You are a date, yes.
We are going on a date to Barry
Do your
Manilow.
spouses know about this?
They do. We're going on a date to Barry
The
Manilow.
most romantic night of the year. Barry is coming to Broadway. He's going to be here for 3
Not wait. Brooklyn Boy comes home.
Exactly.
Rob, have a very, very Merry Christmas.
Merry
holidays. I'll be watching you tomorrow.
All right, and let's hope for
good.
some good gossip in 2013. All right, stick around, everyone. What? We have Il Volo.